Welcome to How Preschool Teachers Do It.
I'm Cynthia.
I'm Alison.
And we have a combined 55 years of experience working with children, families, and experts in early education.
We are not random influencers.
No, we are not. Whether you are new or have been our podcast peeps since 2018, we are thrilled you found us. Hi, preschool peeps.
Hi, peeps.
Welcome to the We Got No Gimmicks episode.
We got nothing for you. Sorry.
We do. We do. We're going to talk about it.
Gimmicky things.
Not gimmicky things. Before we get into that, though, you can, Alison, do your thing.
We are shouting out Italy today.
Can I say something about Italy?
Yes.
Italy is where my son proposed to his fiancée.
Yay.
That's it. That's what I wanted to say.
And we're in wedding year right now.
We are. We're in the wedding year. It's very exciting.
Yeah. That is true. That's right. That's where that all took place. So Italy has a place in Cindy's heart.
It does. Yeah. It does. It's the place my son proposed to his wonderful fiancée. Yeah. There you go.
And we are also shouting out Fort Lauderdale. Lauderdale? Am I saying that like a Jersey person?
Yeah, I think you might.
Floridians say that. Fort Lauderdale. I can't say it because I'm from Jersey.
What do you mean?
It's Lauderdale.
Now you're messing me up.
Is it Lauderdale?
No. Fort Lauderdale.
Lauderdale.
All right, she can't say it.
I can't say it.
Those of you,
I'm from Jersey.
Those of you in Fort Lauderdale.
My accent is getting me.
I don't understand. Those of you
in too, but she can say it.
I can say it. Those of you in Fort Lauderdale, thank you for listening.
Lauderdale.
Yeah, that's it. Lauderdale.
Lauderdale.
I don't know why that's hard.
I don't know.
She needs to go back to early childhood to some of those isolate your sounds lessons.
Oh, yeah, maybe I didn't do that.
I think you didn't do that. So thank you, folks, for being among our listeners.
Sorry.
I don't know. It's a nice place. Have you ever been there?
I've never been there. Yeah.
It's a nice place. I've been there. Been Miami, been to Orlando. Yeah. Where else have I've been several places.
Oh, where's it?
I like Miami a lot, too.
Jacksonville? Gainesville?
Oh, yeah. Jacksonville, I think I've been to. Yeah. Been several places over the course of my life. Haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, hi, Florida.
Hi.
We appreciate your weather when it's cold here.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for having that for us. Yeah. That we can get to from here within a 2-hour flight.
Yes,
we appreciate that. It's lovely to leave the cold of New Jersey, get on an airplane, and then you exit the airplane. You don't even need a jacket.
I know you're in winter gear. But
although their weather has changed a bit, just like ours has. But what are you going to do?
Our weather's been wackadoo.
Yeah, wackadoo. For sure. Speaking of wackadoo.
Yeah.
That's a good segue.
There you go.
Speaking of wackadoo, we always, as human beings, hope to find the easiest, fastest way to do it, even if it's a gimmick. But I'm here to tell you.
Yeah. There's a whole market for gimmicks for a lot of different things.
For a lot of things. I have fallen for gimmicks in my time.
Gimmicks, dieting gimmicks.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's what I learned through my weight loss journey.
Yeah.
If you all have never seen our YouTube channel, if you go to the beginning of when we started to YouTube and during the pandemic to now, you're going to see I lost a significant amount of weight, and I look like an entirely different person is what you're going to see.
She does.
And I'm much healthier, by the way. And I did not do it through a gimmick. I had to do it the old-fashioned way. I count my calories every single day. I weigh food. I count calories. And I walk a consecutive hour every day. And now I do strength training as well.
Right.
So
because there's no gimmick for that. When you're paying for the gimmick, the diet fads or whatever, that's a short-term fix.
It doesn't last. Yeah, it doesn't last.
It's a short-term fix.
And I could be wrong about this, and you all can let me know if you've done this. If you've done any of the injections, my understanding is that if you stop doing them, you gain the weight back in a lot of cases.
That's what I heard too. Yes.
And I really wanted something I understood, maybe from my early education background. Gimmicks don't work for me anyway. So I understood when my sister said you should try this that she was probably right, because it was not at all gimmicky.
Yeah, it's just a lifestyle change.
It is. I changed my whole life in a good way.
Yes.
And early education is kind of similar. If we want to have lasting impact, gimmicks are not, they may work in for a second, but they're not going to do it.
Right.
So I want to define gimmicks. I want to define it as people are looking for magic.
Yeah, or a trick.
A trick.
Yeah.
Something easy, fast. I should really look up the official definition.
Like a fad?
A fad. Let me look up the official definition of, I'm going to look up define, or I'm not because my fingers are, okay, define gimmick.
Gimmicks.
And what it says online is that a gimmick is the use of a trick or a device intended to attract attention, publicity or trade. So there are people who publicize, I have the solution.
It's almost like, what are they called? Snake oil salesmen?
Yes,
Like
snake
that.
oil salesman.
Like, I'll sell you this.
It does
and
nothing.
It will change your life.
And it does nothing.
And then the salesman leaves.
Yeah.
And you're stuck with this solution that doesn't work. But by the time you realize it doesn't work, the salesman's gone and you can't get your money back. And that's, I think, there's a lot, I think, in early childhood of people selling gimmicks, or like, here's a whole notebook of things that you could do to fix your classroom behavior, to fix this, to teach them that. And it's like, no, like, that's not...
Behavior, I think behavior, since you mentioned it.
Behavior's a big
Behavior is the low-hanging fruit of snake oil salespeople.
Yes.
Trying to convince you, I have the way to do it.
I
I have the way. And folks, gimmicks don't work. It takes time, habit forming among children, time, communication, repetition, relationships. You know, I've seen someone have a gimmick, and part of their gimmick was to basically stare these children down.
Yes, I have seen this.
And I'm like,
staring
staring children down from up on high, from tall as you are.
Invoking fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
And fear only works temporarily. Doesn't teach them the lesson they need to transfer other places.
Might work long term, but not in the way you want it to. Because now you have a child who might now fear their teachers for the rest of their life.
So we're not going to, if anyone comes to you about behavior and says, stare them, in any flowery way says to you, stare them down, call them names, label them.
Use any kind of fear tactic.
Use any fear tactic, please. Just stamp that snake oil and send it on its way. Behavior has no miracle, no gimmick. We have to intentionally work with children to understand their feelings, to understand other options for how to solve their problems.
Right, and it's very individual. Like, even if you have two children behaving the exact same way, which, trust me, you're not going to, but let's just say for this example, you have two children doing the same exact thing for the same exact reason. What works on one may not work on another.
Yeah.
Because they're individual people that need individually different things.
That's right.
So these gimmicks that are like, hey, this will teach your whole class, all 15 of them, to conform to whatever I want them to do, is never going to work because they're 15 individual people that need different things.
I can't tell you how much I dislike the word. You're right using it, but I can't tell you how much I like the word dislike the word conform.
That's what these gimmicks want. They want all these kids to conform.
So instead
to whatever it is that you want.
Right.
And that's not, you shouldn't be teaching kids to conform to anything.
So instead of teaching children, you are okay the way you are, and we're going to teach you in the context of who you are, how to make a good decision for your emotions and behavior.
Yeah.
Instead, we're trying to cookie cutter these children, and that's not what we should be doing. It's what was done to us in our generations, and it wasn't good.
And I often think when you have, say, administrators come in and the children are all sitting on the rug perfectly conformed to what you want, they think your class is well behaved, and that's not true. Okay, that's not true either. That's not the definition of well behaved children to me. I'd rather them come and be like, yeah, we're wild right now because we're doing our thing.
Lots of people, when I go to do observations, will say things to me like, I'm nervous because of the children. And I always say to them, I expect children to behave like children.
Yes.
The question is, how are you reacting to it?
Right.
All right. Are you towering over them, intimidating them, making them afraid, embarrassing them, humiliating them, demeaning them, calling them names, labeling them, isolating them, sending them to what is basically a timeout, but calling it something different?
Yeah.
See, if you're doing any of those things, then you're not doing what's right.
Yeah.
So, but there is no quick fix. You got to figure, if children were born with a particular temperament that causes that reaction, They were born that way. It's going to take
Yeah.
a lot of practice to get them out of it. If children learn something, usually from each other, that
Right.
is not appropriate behavior for the setting, however long it takes a human being to learn something, it takes them twice as long to unlearn it.
Right.
So before they imitate a behavior, they watch it, watch it, watch it,
Yep.
watch it. So they
Yep.
could have been watching it for weeks or months, and then they try it. Now it's going to take me weeks and
Right.
months to undo
Right.
it, right? But you have to undo it in a really patient way.
Yeah.
Here's another one that I've experienced. It just,
Yeah.
it makes me smile because I'm always like, yeah, no, that's the ratio. The states have different standards and requirements, especially for places that serve early learners, whether it's a family childcare environment, a home-based environment, or a center-based environment, or a
Right.
public school. The
Right.
states, whether it's through the Department of Education, the Department of Health and Human Services, licensing departments, wherever it is, whoever governs you, they have their rules.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I have no gimmick for getting around those rules. And one of the ones that I find people asking most about now, it's kind of a sad situation, honestly. People are having trouble finding staff.
Right.
Let's face it, it's a low-paying job. People are having trouble finding staff, and because of that, they ask for gimmicks around the required ratios.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I have no gimmick for.
There's no gimmick for that.
So many people have asked me, what can I do? Tell me you're a can-do person. Well, tell me what I can do if I don't have enough staff on to meet student-child ratios. And I just look at them and go, you can hire more
You
staff.
need to hire more staff.
You need
Or
to find more
You,
staff.
the administrator, need to step into that classroom. and help
Correct.
out.
I do. You know what I've said to them?
Yeah.
When that was the case when I was a director, I
Yeah.
used to be the one in the classroom.
Yeah, you're going to have to step in.
You're going to have to step
Yeah.
in. You're going to have to figure out how you can step in, or you're going to have to divide that class somehow for a
Somehow.
little while
Yeah.
until you can step in.
Yeah.
Because I remember times when I couldn't step in.
Right. There's times you can't.
So I would start moving people and children and things around
Right.
to make sure
Yeah.
we were in ratio.
Yeah.
I know it's really difficult. I don't want to sound on this podcast like I don't acknowledge that it's really difficult. I do. That said,
Right.
I have no trick for getting
There's
you
no
around the
trick
required
around it,
ratios.
yeah.
Someone said to me, especially around the time of the pandemic, we're having trouble getting the cleaning stuff.
Oh, yeah.
How do we get around that? And I just looked and said, there's no getting around that.
There's no getting around. You still have to clean.
Yeah, you still
Yeah,
have to
you still have to
use what
clean.
you're required to use. And I
Yeah.
know different states have different requirements.
Yeah.
But you're still required to do whatever the state says you're required to do.
Yeah.
So there's no getting around it. So just know anything that you have from either an entity like the Department of Education, the Department of Health and Human Services, licensing, whatever you
yeah.
call it, wherever you are. I'm sorry, there's no gimmick.
Yeah.
And if someone tries to give you a gimmick, question it.
Yeah.
Calming techniques is another one I'm sometimes asked about. So the best calming technique, of course, is teaching children deep breathing when they
Yes.
are calm, and then
Yeah.
when something happens and they need to calm their bodies, to get them to deep breathe with you
Yes.
and co-regulate with you. And sometimes people will say something about how I get them to calm down, and I've said, well, the first step is to always deep
Just breathe.
breathing.
Yeah.
And people have replied, oh, I already do that. I was looking for something faster.
Yeah, there is no faster.
No faster.
Once you start saying that word, then you're in gimmick land. You know what I mean?
You've
I
entered
want it to
gimmick
be,
land.
You've entered gimmick land. Yeah, there is no faster. You have to teach them how to do it. There's other things like calming things that you can do, like get a drink of water is always a comment. Like if the child's in a state, like there's other things, but like the number one thing you need to teach them is how to deep breathe. And there's different ways to teach them how to do that. So if that one method is not working, find another. But that's the number one thing on how to calm. As an adult too, take a deep breath.
Because that's what slows your heart rate down, and that's what needs to happen.
It's a breathing issue.
It is. It's a you are breathing shallow and your heart
Yes.
rate increased.
Yes.
It's a breathing
Yes.
issue when you're highly upset.
Right.
Physically.
Yes.
Emotionally is another thing, but
Right.
physically it's a breathing
Right.
issue. So there's no quick solution to getting them to calm down. I
down.
can't turn it on and off
Also,
like a light
I
switch.
think this woman who said I want to do it faster is like thinking like, oh, because it maybe makes her look bad that this child is
I don't know,
upset.
maybe.
Right. So I need a quick fix to get that child calm because then everything will be fine. And it's like, no, maybe some kids need to go through it. Right. And so that, and
Yeah.
that might not look pretty. It might not be quiet. They need to go through it. And to rush them through that if that's what they need for their mind and body and heart, you can't.
We can't.
Then you could encourage them to do it safely, like, you know, like, so they're not bothering other people or hurting other people, but like they still might need to go through it, and they might be going through it for a long time, and so to rush them through that is like wrong.
Yeah. Deep breathing, that's all I got.
That's all she's got.
Well, and if you engage their senses. So you first deep breathe with them, and then you engage their senses. If you put their hands on the tabletop, it's always cooler than the environment around it.
If
you ask them listen to something.
It's like 5, isn't it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? It's like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, things like that.
Yeah, you
which
can
is
say
an
to
adult
them
calming technique too.
Yeah, so you can say to them, what do you hear? Shh, what do you hear? Or what do you see? Tell me some things you see. Or wiggle your toes in your shoes will engage their senses.
Yes.
So it's deep breathing, engaging their senses, and that's all I got.
I always learn take a drink of cold water.
Oh, maybe.
Because children can't cry and drink at the same time. So sometimes
they can choke.
Well, yeah, but I think physically they cannot.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I learned. And then sometimes just that 2 seconds to take that drink, they're like, oh, wait, I stopped crying.
Okay.
Sometimes. Not always.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll take that and run with it. I just have one more quick one before we end this episode, folks. People are always asking me for the tricks to documenting children's progress and behavior. I was just asked yesterday, like, what's a fast way? What's a fast way? So here's what I've said. You have to document. There's no way around that. So if you want to do it faster, maybe, I don't know, keep index cards or sticky notes in your pocket and make up your own shorthand so that you can write quickly, and then you expand it later. Take photos, audio recordings, videos. But to say, you still have to do it. Like there's no way around gathering the data in order to write meaningful lesson plans for children.
To me, my go-to is photo.
I love photo.
Photo, it's right there. It's
I love
can easily
photo
just
too.
Scroll through the photo log and be like, oh yes, I remember that now. I'm logging it in. And Post-it notes if it's something that can't be photographed. Those are my two. I have Post-it notes all over the place. Just like I just grab, right there it is. I put it on my desk. It's gone.
Right.
And then when I get time to put it in the system, then that's when I do it. And sometimes that's not that day, and that's okay because I know it happened, and it's fine if it's the next day or the day after. Like
I think though that's more of a strategy than a gimmick.
I don't think that.
I cannot wave a magic wand and make your need to document children's progress go away.
That's what works for me.
Yeah.
Something else might work for you, right? So I don't think that's a gimmick.
I think it's a strategy.
Yeah.
And I think I know that you can't meaningfully write lesson plans for children unless you've done that documentation. Right. We know that now in 2026.
Yeah.
So there you go. There really is no gimmick. There are strategies, though.
Yes.
And you can find strategies for doing all of this.
Right.
Right. The deep breathing, the engage your senses, the have sticky notes in your pocket.
Right.
What else do we talk about? The behavior, the talking with children about what they've done and helping them problem solve. Those are all strategies, not gimmicks. If you find someone out there selling you a gimmick, send them packing with their snake oil. Walk away. Don't waste your time and money. Yeah. All right, folks, if you go to YouTube, you're going to see a couple things. You're going to see my first name as Cynthia because I've been making a shift. Yeah. And I appreciate everyone who's respected that. Go back several episodes, you'll hear about it.
Whole name change. Yeah.
And then you will find a QR code that takes you to links to our work, including our website for the podcast, the Facebook page, some of the work that I've done. So go ahead and grab that QR code. What you do is you hold the camera up on your mobile device. It'll name either the Hi Hello website or your browser maybe. Tap on that, and then you will be able to save all that information to your device, which is the beauty of the QR code.
Beauty of technology.
Beauty of technology. And on that note, we will catch you next time on the podcast.
Bye, peeps.
Bye, peeps.